My first C-section that I went to was when it really hit me that I was a doctor. Just examining those new babies, you know, and greeting those new moms. You know, you really realize that, you know, someone's most precious little gift is in your hands.
This morning I was doing a delivery, and then before I could even drink something, I went into a C-section, and then before I could have something to eat, I was here in clinic seeing patients, and really every day is different.
The purpose of residency is to have the student go through individualized training where they can become an expert in their particular field of choice.
What really determines how successful you are in medical school is whether or not you match into a residency program. So SGU graduates have been extremely successful in the match. This is obviously a very critical outcome. Over the years, our numbers have been exceedingly high, over 90% for both US as well as Canadian residents.
SGU did a good job of preparing us for the matching process. We had a lot of guidance counselors and a lot of seminars, and it worked.
My match day, two of my best friends from SGU, we all gathered together and we just sat and we waited together and we opened the emails together.
I was sitting on Skype with my family and opened up the email, and I think I was just in shock for at least the first 30 minutes.
I was just trying to pass the time until the email came out, and then I opened it and it was like, just like that, it was like, hi, you've matched. And like, that was it, you're in.
I was president of New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital. There, a lot of our residency programs were actually populated by a significant number of SGU graduates. And I was incredibly impressed, not only with the fund of knowledge they had, but the dedication they had to their patients.
We had a patient with bleeding esophageal varices who came into the ED. It was my third day as a resident, and I was up. I remember that overwhelming sense that all of a sudden this was really my responsibility. You have a lot to prove to both yourself and the patient.
One of the things that I think it's important for all students who are applying to SGU to understand is there are no limits in terms of what you can do. We have graduates who run critical care units at top-notch universities, who are CT surgeons, who are orthopedic surgeons, who are neurosurgeons. So really, it's a question of what do you want to do? Nothing stops you from achieving.
SGU was the best investment I've made in my entire life, absolutely. It actually got me further than I thought I could get, and I'm very confident that I wouldn't be where I am today if I had gone to any school other than St. George's.
I know this is a privilege, a path that not everyone gets to walk, and SGU is really the stepping stone that enabled me to be here.
So right now, as I'm a surgical resident and heading into radiology, I will have to say that SGU was probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. 100%. That's how I feel. Exactly how I feel.